Okay. Another character hopefully should be Hey, okay. Flamebearer, Tyrant, Empress, Supreme Commander, Imperator. The world has given me countless titles, but you may simply call me by my true name, Cerydra. Chessmaster, Monarch, Cerydra, the Northern Empire, Lost Dynasty, where frozen lands burn with ambitions of conquest. Sovereign Cerydra, Crisis Heir who wields the core flame of law, you shall set your pieces, challenge the gods, pass judgment upon the faithless, and carve the path of the flame chase into the fate of this world. There is no end. The path of amphoreus shall blaze across the stars. Ooh. Okay, she doesn't really look like Hawa either. I don't know how to describe her design, actually. She has Furina's colour scheme, but she looks nothing like her either, really. Beyond the idea of being set as an actor of justice and law, I'd say personality wise, she isn't her either. She's just kind of unique. I'm kind of glad. We also saw this lady shown in the bottom of, we saw her in the initial material messing around with the chess pieces. It was her. So does that imply something shady of this woman? It'd be interesting if it did. Also, wind element. Harmony makes her capable of probably the most variety out of most of the characters we've seen. I'm really interested to see what this results in for her, but yeah, I can see design similarities between characters that already exist. But to me, this lady isn't an XP at all, which is nice. Am I getting her? No. Because they've given me a version to save again, thankfully, after I get Finn and home. Because I want March and Serene after I get Finn, and if they end up, playable in the ways I'm hoping. So, thankfully, I do get to save this time around. But I'm also concerned about her functionality. It means she could specifically be made as a support for the Chrysosers, or specific Chrysosers, considering, Harmony and how good Treeby was. It'll probably hurt my account for not aiming for it, depending on what she does. Unless they're nice about it and rerun her quite soon after everything I care about has been released. Since, that's a thing as well. They reran a lot of the amphoreus characters who had already run like Aglaya and stuff quite recently, which is still a wow. Best of luck to those who are getting it though, on first run. I will not. It gives me the opportunity to save more for Serene and March. Best of luck to people whether you are pulling on version 3.4 or 3.5. For me, it's 3.4. I will bring Kevin and his light cone home. Well, I'll bring Finn and his light cone home. Then 3.5, I thankfully will get to save up. Because we know that 3.8 is 3.7 or 3.8, based on what they said about the amount of story chapters, should be when the story stops. Meaning by then we should have all of the lore significant characters. Probably. Unless it lasts a little longer. Then I will have everything I should hopefully need or want from amphoreus. Hoping. We are passing, we'll be at the halfway point soon, which is, well, actually, would technically be past the halfway point by 3.4, because that'll be the 5th entry in. We'll see. Either way, sooner rather than later, hopefully either March or Serene show themselves, and I can just get those sorted. It'd be nice. But yeah, good design. I have nothing negative to say. She doesn't really, I'm interested in seeing her personality. She's implied to have been the one messing with the chessboard in the first bit we got. Also, some of the colours on her interest me. The flower and the weird crystal parts, and the colour of white, blue, and pink. What is she connected somehow to Remembrance? Like the board and stuff. Like there is crystal in her design, and that's probably the thing that interests me the most because we've seen some of the direct connections to other Aeons, and we've seen obviously Serena is likely connected to. Of all the characters who are implied to be connected to Fooly, Serena is definitely one. We know that, Finn is going to be destruction. They've made, like, we see the form in the back. We've seen the blood marking on him on the opening that we got. And then we've seen the connections of Noose. Does the skull connect also somehow to the Remembrance, considering the motif of crystallized/glass pieces? It seems like a loose connection, but I'm not going to say it's impossible. The color link is definitely, well, it definitely exists. Whether it'll turn out that way is another story. Interesting.